Hi, this is Jacqueline here with the GROW program. Honey, I grow all day long. I meditate on the Lord all day long. I give wisdom all day long. And then I record a podcast daily because this is my daily life. This is my daily journey. And I want you to know that as you grow with me, and I'm so grateful for you growing with me, I want you to know that God is with us too. No matter what it seems like, we are not alone on this journey. I'm here at the lighthouse. This is my really indoor studio, but I prefer to record outdoors. And weather does not permit for me to record outdoors. So I'm here. And as I grow through, here with you, distractions are all around me. So I shall keep growing through, just as if we were on the telephone, because I have to get used to distractions. I have to get used to those type of things, because there's going to be distractions. It's not always going to be. This is life. Life. You think you on the straight and narrow. Here come distractions. The distractions of the spiritual warfare. I'm telling you, it's out there. I went looking for love. I was always looking for love. I never had love. Beside my family, I didn't have no man to love me. I talk about that first one. He was all right. We did fall in love with each other, but when we got married, it was like a contract. We watched the infomercial. And next thing you know, he wanted to go in on half on what the business was. And I said, well, in order to do that, we got to get married. Because, see, you ain't getting ready to take me. So we went to Vegas and got married. And, when he would say something to me, I'd say something right back at him, honey. We were snapping, going back and forth. And it's just, that's I had people in my ear. I wasn't listening to God there. I was listening to other people and under the guise of the alcohol, that stinking thinking. And next thing you know, I messed my marriage up. So, that one, I chalked that up to me. But them other ones, honey, they took me on the spin. We got this out here. We got the talented and lost. Some good people know how to do some good things. But, honey, they lost under the vices of this world. Don't let anything control you. You are over all of it, everything. That's how you get the breakthrough. Don't let nothing be over you except God. Put God over all, and God shall be over all in you. And do the right thing that's in front of you. Do what's in front of you. Do what's right there. Don't do no different. Don't fall in the spiritual warfare. Don't get caught up. Don't fall for the slip and fall. Okay, so I was always looking for love, my family. I had love in the family, family. But I went looking for love, looking for a man to love me, looking for my Prince Charming, believing in fairy tales. Went looking for my Prince Charming. Went and found trouble. Went and found problems, headaches. Because see, what I didn't understand was that the keys of happiness, are within me. I hold on to my own keys of happiness. I don't go and look for happiness in you and you and you and you. I'm here for God. We are here for God. When we put God over all, God is over all. And God brings your blessings. I'm telling you, I got the fairy tale, honey. I got the beautiful story in God. To God be the glory. for the whole growth story, because I done been through in this life. I done seen a lot. I done seen so much that I condemned myself to death row. I didn't want to see no more. I didn't want to be here no more. So I turned to leave and let go. I had let go that day. I had already stopped eating. I had lost the will to live. I had already cut meat out of my diet. I still ate fish. A little fish, not a lot. But meat was gone. You know, I was becoming on the road to mostly a vegan diet, a healthier diet, because you don't need meat to live. You don't need it. You really don't. You don't have to have meat. And the human body was not made to digest meat. I'm just like, kind of all over the place here, and I understand that, but I just want you to be aware. As I grow, this is how I grow. This is what I do. I go with God's flow, because God has given me the wisdom to overcome any obstacle that has came my way. I'm in better shape now than I was when I met Brian Hunt. God showed me that. I am in better shape than I was when I met Brian Hunt, even though Brian Hunt got over on me. When he left me, when I came in, I had good credit. His credit was decent, but it wasn't good enough for him to buy a car. See, he didn't even have a car. I had 2 cars, and so he needed me to co-sign for him a car. So I did it. Out the kindness of my heart, I did it. And then he left and went back to the other woman, and then coming back and forth with me, because we married. It was just women, the whole relationship, women. And I'm going through. And in the end, he admitted to me that he was a narcissist. In writing, he told me, I want you to know that there are people out there who will allow evil to use them. In the end, he told me, you're here to serve me. I want you to turn your back on GROW. And I told him no. And when I told him no, my voice rose. You know how I get going. And I went to telling him. He turned on his heel and walked out the door. And that's when God showed me evil has no power over you. He was evil. And he has no power over me. None whatsoever. Nothing does. I'm a queen. See, because he took the scripture out the Bible and applied it to our marriage. He told me that Paul said women should be quiet. And I was so confused about that. He kept telling me, Paul said women should be quiet. So much so that if we were out somewhere and I wanted to say something, I wanted to chime in on the conversation, he would turn to my face, tell me, shut up, Jackie, be quiet. He stifled me. That's what he did. And he was trying to stifle me on out, with the name calling and the women. And just deliberately causing arguments with me to go and cheat on me. I went looking for that at Black People Meet. That's what I found. Nothing against dating sites, honey, but I'm going to tell you something. Happiness is found within you. Maybe right now you need to be by yourself. Maybe right now God has a work in you. God needs to deal with you. Maybe right now you may know someone that is going through trying to find somebody. Because I'm telling you something, the right one is looking for you. The right one is looking for you. So why you looking for the wrong one? The right one is looking for you. Let's let go and let God. Let GROW and let God. Allow God to use you. Because when you seek the kingdom of God, all these things shall be added unto you. All your heart's desires, kings and queens, You are the keepers of the dream. And you know, when you wake up every morning, your eyes focused on the Lord, you blessed already because you blessed with life. You may not have what you want. It may not come when you want. You may be tired of going through, but you are growing through. So what you do now, you grow from here. You look to the Lord. Just keep looking to God and do what's in front of you. Do the right thing. Just always do the right thing. These kings and queens, came with some wisdom. He just don't know. He came with some wisdom. I love Martin. I went to one taping of Martin, and I met Tommy, but we didn't talk. I was going to use the restroom, and he was walking. I feel his spirit. He was walking past me, and he stopped, and he looked at me like he wanted to talk to me. And I realized who he was, but I was too shy to say something, and I just looked at him as he walked by, and he looked back at me. But we never said a word to one another. Wow, God. We never said a word to one another. See, my episodes are not scripted. This is all God. I once had someone ask me, did I want them to do some scripts for me? I said, no, honey, I go with the flow. I grow with the flow of God. So, I remember, that was meant to happen right there. That moment of me going to the restroom and seeing him, that was meant to happen. See God. You see God. So you see the spirits are not resting. I had no idea, dear, that I was going to talk about Tommy. But God bless his spirit and his legacy. They grow with me. Because I remember as I used to watch Martin and laugh at Martin, laugh at them and clown. I mean, him and Pam used to go at it. But that poster in the back on the wall, I used to just stare at that poster. And that poster said, do the right thing. When they would show that poster said, do the right thing. And I remember that. I mean, I was always striving to do the right thing, but oppression and trouble came my way, and I cried a lot of times. That old dirty Mississippi River I showed you down there is full of my tears. And one day, kings and queens, one beautiful, sweet day, we're going to stand on the banks of the Mississippi River and we're going to cry how we have overcame, because we are overcoming as we speak, as we grow. This ain't no race. We only got one race, and that's the human race. And we growing together. We growing. This is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. My mama used to play all them songs to me for a reason, because she was helping the rose grow. And then there go my grandmother molding me. The people who came into my life at different paths and times, and, I'm growing. The rose growing in God's garden, here to bring love. Always looking for love. Didn't understand, that God had a beautiful plan for me as I grow. So love, here we grow. Because as you do the right thing shall follow as you grow. Sow love. That's all I ever did, was gave love. I loved him so much. I'm running back and forth. I'm seeing about him at the doctor. I'm like, for the past 2 years, next thing when's the last time I went to the doctor, And I'm gaining all this weight, and we doing all this unhealthy eating. And when I began to grow, I'm telling you, it was just in God's plan. The meat left. The pork had already left, and the meat left. have no desire for it really anymore. You just do it when you're on a diet. You cannot just go on a 7-day crash day. You just got to begin to do it gradually. That's the healthy way to do anything. And even when you're trying to break from something, even when you're trying to break from the vices of the world, because it's all in your mind, do it gradually. Just gradually come out of it. Because, see, that's what the great mountain do. It just sludge all this old stuff off, and it rises from the dirt. It rises from the dirt, and the rain washes it away. Rain washes. Here come the great mountain with some new dirt. I'm telling you, replenishing the earth, bringing up great, beautiful flowers, fields, blooms, everywhere, all kind of flowers. Maybe some little creeks there. I'm telling you, mountains can do a whole lot of things. So rise, mountain. Rise to reach your greatness. Be like the righteous brothers. So righteous, they even named themselves righteous. It was a group of black army men, African army men, who named them kings, the righteous brothers. Mama used to play that song so much that I know the lyrics to it. You lost that loving feeling. Oh, that loving feeling. Bring back that loving feeling, 'cause now it's gone, gone, gone. Let us all be righteous brothers and sisters and bring back that loving feeling. Let's have love for one another. Make sure you have love for yourselves. Make sure you forgive you for your mess ups too. I had to forgive me, because when they threw in the towel, then I had the towel. I'm standing there looking at it. Ain't nobody around me. I threw it in too. I was done too. I'm ready to go, God. I'm ready. Okay, God, I'm ready to go now. No, turn around. What kind? She said, what will happen to your soul if you turn your back on the world? The spirit of the queen rose up in me. What will happen to you if you turn your back on the world? Think about your soul. So immediately, those tears dried up. She rose up in me. I'm telling you, God has Holy Spirits all around us. If you have lost your mother, if you have lost your father, their spirit and soul grow with you. It will be the good voice telling you what to do. But see, you will go ahead and go off in some foolishness, because it's just right there. You just there and you just in it, caught up in it. Some kind of way you in it, When you see trouble, go the other way. These street fights and different things that's going on in the community, this break my heart. I accidentally stumbled upon a site that says street fighter. Why? Why? Why are we out here harming ourselves and killing ourselves? What for? Let us come together in love. God is love. What are we fighting for? Honey, if she say he belonged to her, let her have him, and you go find you a king. Because, see, obviously, that was not your king. That was her king. Because, see, he over there with her. A man going to be where he want to be. Let him be. Don't go over there chasing after him, ripping, slashing tires and doing different things, honey. That ain't going to do nothing but put you in jail, make you look bad. And here comes some retaliation. And we going back and forth with all this foolishness. Honey, go on and grow on. Move on. Because, see, God got something better for you anyway. Don't use these children as emotional pawns. Let him see his baby. Let him come and get his child. Let him see his baby. Let him see, because if you don't, that's one thing you can't get back, and that's time. That child and that parent would never get that time again. We got to rise to greatness. We have to use wisdom. We have to grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. All oppression. The oppression leads to depression. And then the depression wraps you up, sucks you up so you can't even breathe. It'll smother you. I know. Been in bed crying so you never think you're going to get up. When am I going to stop crying? Just going through. But now we growing through. We going to rise. We going to rise from all the oppression of the world, because we are in this world, but not of this world. Transformed by renewing of our mind. Is all in your mind. All in your mind. Your life is a beautiful gift to lift those around you. And when you live someone else, that's how you live you. God bless you as you grow. Greatness reached over oppression through wisdom. Rise, kings and queens.